Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 9 of LeetCoding every day until I land a job. Today's problem is going to be LeetCode 1700, number of students unable to eat lunch. The school cafeteria offers circular and square sandwiches at lunch break, referred by the numbers as 0 and 1 respectively. All students stand in a queue. Each student either prefers square or circle. Okay, the number of sandwiches in the cafeteria is equal to the number of students. The sandwiches are placed in a stack. At each step, if the student at the front of the queue prefers a sandwich at the top of the stack, they will take it and leave the queue. Otherwise, they leave it and go to the queue's end. Okay. And then you're given two integer arrays, student and sandwiches, where each value represents what type of sandwich they want, basically, and return the number of students who are unable to eat. Okay, so in this example, we have, which one's which? Doesn't matter. Well, we have 1, 1, 0, 0, and the sandwiches we have 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, and so there's no extra sandwiches. And something worth noting is that the inputs are either 0 or 1. Okay, so let's draw this one out really quick. Basically, we're going to have a line of students, and it's going to be 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. And then we'll have sandwiches. Make this one ST, and then sandwiches here. You can see that if every sandwich was a 0, well then what will happen is this first student will take this sandwich, and then this student will take this sandwich, and then these 4 students will be unable to eat because the next sandwich in the line can't be eaten. Actually, no. So what happened next is we would go, this student would then go to the back of the line, so then this student would be the next in front, he can't eat, he'd be in front, he'd be in front, this student would eat, and then we'd have 3 students that aren't able to eat. So I don't know if you just noticed, but it doesn't actually matter the order of the students at all. So I think what I'm gonna do is, I think if you just count the number of, so if we have the array and it's like 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, we should just count how many 1s and 0s there are. So we'll have like a S1 counter, which will equal 3, and a S0 counter, which will equal 3. And then what we need to do is we'll have the sandwiches, and let's say it's like 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. We will basically start at this 1, and we'll say how many, are there enough 1s, and we'll decrement our 1, and then we'll move to the next sandwich, and the next sandwich is a 0, and we'll say, do we have any students that want a 0? We do. Okay, we'll decrement. And then do we have any students that want a 1? And we do, and so we'll decrement. And then do we have any students that want a 0? We do, so we'll decrement. And then do we have any students that want a 0? We do, so we'll decrement. And then our final sandwich will be a 0. We don't have any students who want a 0 or who want a 0 sandwich, and so we'll just return the length of the other one. So this one's a little confusing. It makes you want to think that the length of, or the order of the students matters, but really all that matters is the order of the sandwiches. And so this solution will run in O of n time, and we're going to just start with S0 equals 0 and S1 equals 0, and then we'll do for each integer in the students array. Let's say if I equals equals 0, we'll have a S0 increment, and then else we'll have a S1 increment. And then, so then we'll get to the point where we'll have these two fully counted, so we'll have all the students accounted for. And then for each anti in sandwiches, we'll say if the sandwich is 0, we need to check, are there any, let's see, we're going to say is S0 greater than 0? Are there any students left that want a 0 sandwich? If so, then we need to decrement S0, and else we'll just return S1. And then we'll say the other case, if the sandwich is 1, then we need to check, does S1 have any students left? And if it does, we'll decrement S1, and if not, we will, let's return S0. And then if we get all the way through that for loop and we don't hit either of those returns, then we just need to return 0 because every student's been accounted for. And let's go ahead and press run. Sweet, pass those test cases. Let's go ahead and press submit. Nice, like I said, it'll run in O of n time. And thank you very much. This was day 9 of LeetCode every day until I land a job. If you have any suggestions, comments, anything for the channel, please leave it down in the comments down below. And thank you very much for your time.